and these are my pals for the Indianapolis Baroque Orchestra. And thank you so much to the Monroe County Public Library for having us. We're excited to be here. Let's see, so when I'm not making music with my pals in the orchestra, I am a kids librarian. So it's great to be kind of back at home. We are here for a story time, and I always like to start my story times with a song. Will you all sing a song with me to start our story time? Yeah. Fabulous. All right. Where are your hands? Do you have hands? Oh, there they are. I love to sing this song in the morning. This is how it goes. It goes, wake up hands, wake up hands. Wake up hands and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wake up hands, wake up hands. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. Wonderful. What about your ears? Do you have ears? Oh, there's your ears. Let's wake up our ears. Let's give it a go. It goes, wake up ears, wake up ears. Wake up ears and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wake up ears, wake up ears. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. Fabulous! Can I see you put your arms up? Up, up, up. And can I see you wiggle like a big noodle? Oh my gosh, look at all those noodles. Let's wake up our whole bodies. It goes like this. Wake up, friends. Wake up, friends. Wake up, friends, and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wake up, friends. Wake up, friends. Wake up and wiggle in the morning. Oh, fabulous. Give yourselves a big clap. Wonderful. So we are here. I'm here with some of my musician friends. Let's count how many musicians we have on stage. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 musicians from the Indianapolis Baroque Orchestra. So the Indianapolis part, we don't all live in Indianapolis, but we always get together in Indianapolis when we get together to make music. We are an orchestra, which means we are a collection of musicians that play music together. And we specialize in Baroque music. Has anyone heard the word Baroque before? Ooh, it's kind of a fancy one. There's a hand. Fabulous. Well, when we specialize in Baroque music, that means that we specialize playing on instruments and playing music from 300, 350, even 400 years ago. We really get excited about taking kind of old music and making it fresh and new and sharing it in exciting ways. And we've got some exciting instruments up on stage that we'd love to tell you about. Sarah and Alice, what are you playing today?
Alice and I are both playing the violins. There are 2 of us up here. We have 4 strings and they sound like this. And I think my violin is kind of particularly special. It's over 320 years old. I get to play it.
And these are our bows, and this is how we make sound. We put the bow on the string, and we make a sound. And the thing that helps us make a sound is right here, and it is made from horsetail hair. They just give it a little haircut, and then they put it right here on the bow, and then the tail grows out again.
Oh, what kind of sound does a horse make? Hooray! They have some hair to make a nice bow. And Brian, you've got quite a collection of instruments. What do you have over there?
These are all for fun.
I have cymbals, and triangles, and shakers, and even my chair is an instrument. So these are all percussion instruments.
Nice. And Dana, you've got 2 instruments. One of them looks rather small. One of them looks very, very big.
Yes, indeed. So I have 2 instruments today. The one that I'll primarily play is this. This is the guitar as it would have been in about 1600, so over 400 years ago. It's very similar to a modern guitar in the way that it's strung, except it has fewer strings. Even though it looks like it has a lot of strings, it has sets of strings. So each one of my 5 sets is actually 2 strings. And it sounds like this. This is called a theorbo, or in Italian you would say a chitarrone, which literally translates to big guitar. And it's got 14 strings. It's basically a combination of a harp and a guitar. So the bottom set of strings down here are tuned like a guitar, and these strings up here, which are very long and very low, are tuned in a scale like a harp. So this one always gets lots of head turning, and I like it.
I like it when you all carry it around in the big case because it looks like you're carrying around a big cereal spoon.
Big
That's what I like to do. Erica, what are you playing today?
Well, you might recognize this. It looks like a big version of the violin, right? It's called the cello. And we also use a bow. But we have, do you think the sounds are going to be higher or lower than the violin?
Lower.
Yeah. That's my lowest.
Make it down.
Leah, what do you have?
I'm going to be playing the flute. This probably looks a lot different than the flutes you're using. You're probably used to one that's very shiny and has lots of keys. I only have one key and I have 6 buttons. And my instrument's made out of wood and it sounds like this. Often, I'm a bird.
Oh, and I'll say you all here in Bloomington are extra lucky because you all, I think, have some extra opportunities to hear these instruments more often than folks in even Indianapolis, because we all came up through the Historical Performance Institute at IU, yeah? So Bloomington is kind of a hub for early instruments and Renaissance music and Baroque music like what my colleagues and I play. So if you keep your eye on the IU Historical Performance Institute's calendar, you can find other chances to hear these instruments and this kind of music right here in Bloomington, you lucky ducks. Let's see, so the music we're going to hear today, Sarah, you picked this music out. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. So we're especially excited today. This is all music from across South America. So I would say most often when we play together, we play music from Europe. So today's kind of special, and I hope you hear more and more of this amazing music. It was preserved in various places. So imagine paper 300 years old. It has to be kept somewhere safe. So sometimes this is kept in churches and back like libraries. Sometimes somebody would write down a tune they heard on the street, and then that paper would be saved. And that's how we're able to play it for you today.
Fabulous. So our music is coming from South America, and we have a very special friend with us who is also from South America. She was born in Peru, and she's with us today from Oklahoma. We have our story's author, Mariana Llanos, here with us today. Oh my gosh! Mariana, we've been all weekend taking this story time around Indianapolis, and now we're here in Bloomington. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm super excited to be with you today. Like Lucy said, I'm from Peru, I'm from Lima, but I've lived in Oklahoma for the past 20-some years, so I come from Oklahoma. But today I'm excited because we're going to be sharing one of my dearest books. It's called Run Little Chaski, or Corre Pequeño Chaski in Spanish. I wrote it in both English and Spanish because I speak the 2 languages. But today in the book, you're going to hear some words in another different language. It is called Quechua. Can you say Quechua? Quechua. Very good. Quechua is an indigenous language from South America, spoken by at least 10 million people nowadays. And you're going to be able to hear some words there in the book.
Fabulous. So we are going to be telling you all the story of Little Chaski. And Little Chaski has a very important job. He has to deliver a quipu. Now, Mariana, what is a quipu?
Well, quipus are recording devices, or were recording devices, made of strings and knots. And they were used to store information. Like, for example, how many people would live in a town, or the size of the harvest, or even biographical information. Or some people even say that they store stories. Now, the problem nowadays is that no one knows how to read a quipu. So we have to use our imagination a little bit, but there are people who study this information. If you want to see a real quipu, you can go to a museum. The Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. has a great collection. This one right here is not a real quipu, was made by an artisan, because you cannot take those artifacts out of the country, obviously. So yes, those are national treasures, so you can't keep them out.
So the readers of the quipu, they would read the colors and the patterns of the knots in these strings to kind kind of read the information, kind of like you read letters and words in a book. Is that right?
Yes, it was a different way of writing. People usually say that the Inca did not have writing, but this was a way of writing, and there were other different ways that they recorded their information. And also the outfit that I'm wearing today is from the region where the book is actually set. This book is going to take you 500 years in time to the Inca Empire. It's going to be like a little time machine. And today the outfit that I'm wearing is an outfit that people nowadays still wear. The hat and the skirt and the belt. This is not how I dress every day, but I thought it would be a nice little detail for you to see how people dress in, actually in Cusco, where the story is going to take you.
If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, pat your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, say okay. Okay. Alrighty, I think we're ready for a story, players. Little Chaski, an Inca Trail Adventure by Mariana Llanos and pictures by Mariana Llanos. Little Chaski wakes up before Taita Inti, the great sun shines in the sky. Little Chaski's stomach twists. It is his first day delivering royal messages. Will he be a good messenger? Be sure to be strong, says brave Chaski, his older brother. Be sure to be swift, says big Chaski, his father. Be sure to be sharp, says wise Chaski, his grandfather.
Pequeño Chaski se despierta antes de que Taita Inti brille en el cielo, pero tiene un nudo en el estómago. Este es su primer día repartiendo mensajes para el rey Inca. ¿Será un buen mensajero? Sé fuerte, le recuerda el valiente Chaski, su hermano mayor. Sé veloz, le recuerda el gran Chaski, su padre. Sé astuto, le recuerda el sabio Chaski, su abuelo.
from the Koya, the queen herself. This kipu is very important. Bring it to the Inca, the king, at the temple before Taita Inti sets behind those mountains. Do not be late. Yes, great Koya, I won't disappoint, says Little Chaski, ready to move his legs as fast as a puma.
Pequeño Chaski recibe su misión de las manos de la misma reina, la Koya. Este equipo es muy importante. Debes llevárselo al Inca antes de que Taita Inti se junte tras esas montañas. No te tardes. Sí, gran Koya, no la defraudaré, dice Pequeño Chaski moviendo las piernas tan rápido como un puma.
With a chuspa bag full of jerky and kamcha for a snack, because on a long trip you always want to bring a snack, don't you? And a gleaming white pututu hanging on his side, Little Chaski begins his long journey. Chakiti, chakiti! His sandals strike the ground as he runs on the Kapachnyana, the Inca Trail, leaving the Koya's palace behind. Run! Run, Little Chaski! Powai!
En su chuspa lleva charqui y cancha para la merienda. Del hombro cuelga un pututu blanco. Pequeño Chaski está listo para la larga jornada. Chakti, chakti. Sus sandalias golpean el suelo mientras corre en el Kapachnyán, el camino inca, dejando atrás el palacio de la Koya. ¡Corre, corre, pequeño Chaski! ¡Powai!
But as Little Chaski races, a chinchilla crosses the road. And smack! Kaboom! Oh, what a mess!
Pero en plena carrera, una chinchilla cruza el camino y ¡plom, plom! ¡Qué desastre!
Little Chaski's knees are sore, but he decides to be strong. Poor Chinchilla looks even worse. Are you okay, friend? Little Chaski helps Chinchilla, and soon he is back on the road. Oh no, Taita Inti has tiptoed into the west. I must move as fast as a waterfall, exclaims Little Chaski. Run! Run, Little Chaski! Powai!
Las rodillas de pequeño Chaski están adoloridas, pero él decide ser fuerte y a que Chinchilla se le ve peor. ¿Cómo te sientes, amiguito? Pequeño Chaski atiende a Chinchilla y luego de un salto está de vuelta en el camino. ¡Oh no! Taita Inti se ha deslizado hacia el oeste. Debo avanzar tan rápido como una catarata, exclama pequeño Chaski. ¡Corre, corre, pequeño Chaski! ¡Powai!
dog is in trouble. Little Chaski decides to help.
Pero justo cuando Pequeño Chaski acelera colina abajo, un aullido perfora sus oídos. Viene del río. ¡Y! ¡Alalau! Un alcu está en problemas. Pequeño Chaski decide ayudarlo.
Little Chaski tosses his chuspa bag. Alku grabs it. With a swift movement, Alku is back on land. Alku shakes. Can you shake like a dog with me? Shake that water off. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Little Chaski pats her head and then jumps back on the road. Oh no! Taita Inti has slid closer to the west. I must run faster than the wind, exclaims Little Chaski. Can you tell Little Chaski to run with me? Let's all tell them together. Run! Run, Little Chaski! Powai! That means hurry up!
Pequeño Chaski lanza su chuspa. Alcu la atrapa. Con un movimiento veloz, Alcu está a salvo. Alcu tiembla. Pequeño Chaski le acaricia la cabeza y regresa con prisa al camino. ¡Oh no! Taita Inti ha dado 2 grandes pasos hacia el oeste. Debo viajar más rápido que el viento, exclama Pequeño Chaski. ¡Corre! ¡Corre, Pequeño Chaski! ¡Powai!
Oh no! Taita Inti is about to dive behind the mountains. I must fly faster than a shooting star, exclaims Little Chaski. Let's tell him to run together. Here we go. Run! Run, Little Chaski! Powai!
Pequeño Chaski sabe que debe ser astuto, así que lanza una piedra para distraer al ave. Mientras Cóndor mira a un lado, Pequeño Chaski corre a las ramas y ¡zas! Cóndor ya está libre. Vuela, amiguito, dice Pequeño Chaski a la vez que corre de vuelta al camino. ¡Oh no! Taita Inti está a punto de zambullirse entre las montañas. Debo volar más rápido que una estrella fugaz, exclama Pequeño Chaski. Now can you all say it with me en español? Let's say, ¡corre! ¡Corre, Pequeño Chaski! ¡Power!
Little Chaski is almost there. Chakity, chakity, his sandals slam on the steps. He shoots through the temple doorway just as Taita Inti's last rays set behind the mountains.
Pequeño Chaski ya casi llega. Chakity, chakity. Golpean sus sandalias en los escalones. Toma velocidad y atraviesa el umbral del templo mientras Taita Inti entierra sus últimos rayos detrás de la montaña.
minute to catch his breath. Whew. Then he grabs his pututu and blows. Now everyone knows he has arrived. What message have you brought? Asks the Inca. Little Chaski reaches into his chuspa bag and... How can this be? His bag is empty. He's lost the quipu.
Pequeño Chaski respira agitado. Luego empuña su pututu y sopla. Ahora todos saben que ya llegó. ¿Qué mensaje me has traído? Pregunta el Inca. Pequeño Chaski mete la mano en su chuspa, pero... ¡Chis! ¡No puede ser! ¡Está vacío!
The Inca taps his foot. The reader of the quipu scowls. Boom, 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 boom. Little Chaski's heart beats like a drum. Where is the quipu? Asks the Inca.
El Inca da golpes impacientes con el pie. El que lee los quipus frunce el ceño. ¡Pum, pum, pum, pum! El corazón de Pequeño Chaski late como un tambor. ¿Dónde está el quipu? Pregunta el Inca enojado.
But just when Little Chaski's cheeks turn as red as a haywaro seed, 3 grateful friends soar in from the clouds and swish! Soon, the message falls into Chaski's hands.
Pero justo cuando las mejillas de Pequeño Chaski se vuelven del color de una semilla de guairuro, 3 amigos conocidos surcan las nubes y ¡suaz! ¡Zum! El mensaje cae en las manos de Pequeño Chaski.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness for friends, right? Little Chaski is relieved, but the Inca wants to know more. So Little Chaski tells him the story of how he helped the animals along the way. The Inca listens and smiles while the reader of the quipu examines the message.
Pequeño Chaski respira aliviado. Pero el Inca quiere saber más. Así que Chaski le cuenta la historia de cómo rescató a los animales en su jornada. El Inca escucha y sonríe, mientras que el que lee los quipus examina el mensaje. Little Chaski, this was a test for you. You are now an official Chaski of the Tawantinsuyu. On your journey, you remembered to be strong, swift, and sharp. But you were also something even more important. You were kind. And because of your actions, I shall give you your name. Big-hearted Chaski. Everyone cheers, and big-hearted Chaski's smile glows brighter than Taita Inti. El Inca dice, Pequeño Chaski, esta era una prueba. Ya eres oficialmente un Chaski del Tawantinsuyu. En tu jornada recordaste ser fuerte, veloz y astuto. Pero fuiste algo aún más importante, fuiste bondadoso. Y es por tus acciones que te daré un nuevo nombre. Gran Corazón Chaski. Can you make a heart with your hands? Because now he's big-hearted Chaski. Very nice. Todos celebran y la sonrisa de Gran Corazón Chaski brilla más fuerte que los rayos del mismísimo Taita Inti.
come say hi to our musicians, get a closer look at their instruments, and we have copies of Run Little Chaski for you to take home and keep. Mariana will be signing them. So the way that we can do this is, if you would like, we'll kind of rearrange things a little bit up here. You can come up this side of the stage, wave to our musicians, and we'll have Mariana on that side of the stage to personalize your book on the way out. But before we do that, Mariana, should our musicians have all the fun making music today?
Absolutely not. I think we deserve our shot at singing and dancing and making music. So for this, I'm going to come here and hope I don't trip, because I crossed a chinchilla earlier on my knees, so yes. But yes, I have a song for you, a song that I wrote and our musicians are performing for us. But it has some movements that I'm going to show you. So first I'm going to sing it for you, you're going to learn it with me, and then we're going to sing it all together. Okay, good, all right. So it goes like this. High in the Andes mountains, run little Chaski Pawai. Akipu on his hand, running little Chaski Pawai. Taita Inti is watching, run little Chaski Pawai. A message for the Inca, run little Chaski Pawai. Don't forget to be strong, don't forget to be wise. Don't forget to be fast, running little Chaski Pawai. And this is when you run in your place, and you move your legs. So we're gonna do it again, a couple of times, and then at the end, we're gonna dance together. Well, I'm gonna use my witchy witchy made out of alpaca wool, and it's gonna go like this. Ooh, running little Chaski Pawai. Ooh, running little Chaski Pawai. Then we turn to the right. Ooh, running little Chaski Pawai. Ooh, running little Chaski Pawai. And that's it, simple, right? Can we do it all together now with the musicians?
I think so. Hi, my name is Lucy Wortham, and I'm the chair for the Education Committee on the Indianapolis Baroque Orchestra's Board of Directors. We're just finishing up our 2025 run of Growing Up Baroque. It's been bigger than ever this year. We've been to 4 public libraries in central Indiana. We kicked things off at the Carmel Clay Public Library. Then we visited our friends at the Johnson County Public Library and Indianapolis Public Library. And now we're here at the Monroe County Public Library down in Bloomington. It's been so exciting to see this Growing Up Baroque program grow over the last few years. I think this is the 4th iteration of like a storytime library program that we've done, and every year there are just new components and we get to involve more of our musicians, and this year even an author of the book that we read. So it's just enormously exciting to see this program grow and reach new audiences. One of the when I'm not working with the orchestra board, I'm a children's librarian, so this is just a really delightful melding of the two things that I just really love more than anything. It's, you know, children's literature and sharing library experiences with kids and families, and Baroque music and historically informed instruments and practices, and getting to share that as well. I think the thing that I love the most about these Growing Up Baroque programs is that it gives our musicians a chance to, you know, choose musical repertoire that we wouldn't otherwise present on our main stage programs. For example, last year in 2024, we presented Growing Up Baroque featuring music by Irish composers of the Baroque era. And this year we got to present music from colonial South America. And I believe the excerpts that Sarah found are even, haven't been heard in actually, 300 years. So it's just really, really exciting to get to present music and experiences that folks, our musicians aren't going to get to play it elsewhere, and audiences aren't going to hear it other ways. It's exciting to get music, kind of off the stage and into the community.
I'm Mariana Llanos, and I write books for children in English and in Spanish. I am originally from Lima, Peru, but I live in Oklahoma. So writing Chaski was an adventure, really. I was looking for to write something set in the Inca Empire, and I wasn't sure about what exactly to write about. But then I remembered from my history classes in Peru about Chaskis, these characters, real characters who ran through the Inca Empire bringing messages, official messages from the Inca to whatever they needed to bring them. And he made such a fun character for children, relatable, fast, and something also that would offer an opportunity for education, because people, children and grown-ups, love hearing about the Chaski, about the Inca Empire, and seeing all of the props and things that we bring to the story. And I was thrilled when Leanne contacted me to be part of this performance, and when she told me that they were going to add music. I'm a music lover, so this was perfect. And I think this presentation mixes everything together, makes the story whole. It's like a whole storytelling experience where people get to hear music. It's transported like a time machine to the 600 years ago, and also gets to hear a story that is fiction but offers plenty of opportunity for education and non-fiction facts. So I'm thrilled to be involved. I've loved all of the presentations. We're getting great feedback from the public, and I can't wait to see what's after this.
I first actually heard about Mariana's book because I have a string quartet named Chaski, based off a piece written about music from the Andes. And we discovered this book, and then it was like, oh, we have to meet Mariana. And then the chance to make a Growing Up Baroque show came up. It was like the perfect pairing. So this music is all from across Latin America, mostly from the Andes Mountains, with one maybe slight stretch, just because we had a hard time finding things for this instrumentation that doesn't include voices, because most of the music that was preserved was sacred. Actually, the cathedrals were acting as the libraries, so they preserved the sacred music. So some of the great pieces we could draw from actually was from a Codex Trujillo de Peru, which was music from across Peru, meant to sort of give like a soundscape, like what's happening. And actually the whole codex has plants and costumes and ways to make food and things like that. Obviously the music is the part I'm excited about, so we had a couple tunes from that. We had some from the Mission Archives, actually in Bolivia, some instrumental music preserved from there that fit our forces perfectly. Kind of some of the big features are from that. We have some that was a guitar manuscript that was actually found in Mexico and then sort of rewritten for our forces, and kind of everything in between. So a nice mix of styles, and it all fits within Indie Baroque's instrumentation and sort of general language, but with great variation in between. And then it's just fun to see what people bring to this. Like, some of it looks fairly simple on the page, but you have to bring a lot to it to like really lift it off. So dynamics, in many cases, an entire percussion part, what kind of ornaments, even who's gonna play what. Some of the lines are not marked, like is it a flute, is it a violin? We get to make those kinds of decisions, so it's been a lot of fun to put together.